the floor. Your knees hurt. There's a pile of wooden panels that used to be a box. You are holding a bent Allen key, staring at a bookshelf that leans left. And now, your brain does something illegal. You think, this is mine. Not because it is good, not because it works, but because you suffered. That belief, that effort creates value, is the trap. And someone is charging rent inside your head. You are caught in a cognitive distortion that turns your sweat into a surcharge. You think you are a craftsman, but you are just a victim. The failure is not your lack of skill with an Allen wrench. The problem is that you are a victim of effort justification. You think you love the object because it is good, but research from Harvard Business School proves you love it simply because you suffered for it. In the 1950s, food companies launched instant cake mixes. They were perfect. They were fast. And they failed miserably. The problem? It was too easy. The users felt like frauds. So, the companies removed the dried egg powder. They forced people to crack a fresh egg themselves. Suddenly, the cakes were a hit. The extra labor validated the ego. Corporations like IKEA profit from this psychological glitch every single day. They offload the labor costs of assembly onto you, and then they charge you a premium for the privilege of building it. You are paying them to do their job. You think you are saving money, but you are actually liquidating your precious time to inflate the value of an object that will end up in a landfill. This glitch forces you to overvalue your own creations, even when they are objectively garbage. You are currently failing to see that your labor is being used as a psychological glue. It sticks you to products you would otherwise reject because you cannot bear to admit that your effort was wasted. This is the IKEA effect. It is a hard-coded exploit in your brain's firmware, specifically in how you calculate hedonic value. Researchers from Harvard Business School and Duke University proved this using origami and Lego bricks. They found that people who built their own paper cranes valued them 5 times higher than cranes built by experts. The exploit only works if you finish the task. If you fail to complete the assembly, the spell breaks. This is the sunk cost fallacy, meeting the endowment effect. Your brain does not distinguish between the thing and the effort. It merges them. It treats your labor as a raw material that increases the equity of the object. But here is the insider shorthand. The predator is the labor as benefit model. Companies know that if they can get you to invest even 10 minutes of assembly, you are less likely to return the item. You have skin in the game. Your brain triggers a dopamine reward for competence induction. You feel capable, so the product feels superior. This exploit bypasses the rational actor model. A rational person wants the best product for the lowest effort. You are being hacked to want the mediocre product for the highest effort. This firmware glitch turns consumers into unpaid factory workers who pay for the privilege of the assembly line. You are not buying a table. You are buying a dose of self-esteem that the company manufactured out of your own exhaustion. Loving a product you built is like cleaning a muddy bicycle that you found in a ditch. You spend hours scrubbing the chain. You polish the frame. You fix the flat tires. By the end, you are covered in grease and dirt. But you think that bike is the fastest machine on the planet. To anyone else, it is still just a rusty frame from a ditch. The mud you washed off did not make the bike better. It just made you care about it. It is like eating a meal you cooked that is burnt on the edges. You tell yourself it has character. If a restaurant served that same plate, you would send it back and demand a refund. But because your bluish hands touched the spatula, the burnt crust becomes a seared finish. We use our labor to mask the flaws of reality. We treat our effort like a spice that makes bad ingredients taste like a 5-star meal. The corporate predators understand this. They sell you the raw ingredients of a life. The flat pack furniture, the meal kits, the DIY software, and they let you provide the spice of labor. You are garnishing a plate of nothing with your own life force and calling it a feast. The spiral begins when you stop buying quality and start buying projects. You fill your garage with half-finished shelves, your hard drive with custom scripts, and your schedule with manual tasks that an AI could do in 3 seconds. You are trapped in the golden cage of your own making. You cannot get rid of the junk because you put so much work into it. This is how you lose your freedom. Your home becomes a museum of your past labor rather than a launch pad for your future. You are liquidating your most precious asset, your time, to save a few dollars on the front end. But the back-end cost is a lifestyle of maintenance. You are no longer a creator. You are a janitor for your own IKEA life. You lose the ability to see the world objectively. You start to value busyness over results. You measure your worth by how tired your hands are, rather than how much value you actually produced. This firmware glitch turns your life into a treadmill of assembly. You are running, you are sweating, but you are still in the same room full of wobbly furniture. Stop. Apply the mercenary test. Before you buy or build, ask yourself, if I were paying an expert $20 an hour to do this, would I still want the result? If the answer is no, then you are a victim of the exploit. Delete the romantic idea of sweat equity. It is a lie told by people who want your labor for free. Rewrite your value system. Start valuing the finished state over the process. Buy the pre-assembled chair, use the pre-written code, pay the premium for the expert. Why? Because it preserves your bandwidth for the things that actually matter. Your labor should be reserved for high-leverage creation, not for putting together a $12 coffee table. When you outsource the low-value assembly, you reclaim your status as a strategist. You move from the factory floor to the executive suite of your own life. Stop letting furniture companies use your ego as a marketing tool. Force the product to earn its value based on its utility, not your exhaustion. The manual override is simple. Separate your self-worth from your tool belt. You are not what you build. You are what you achieve with your time. Look at the most precious thing in your office right now. Did you love it before you built it? Or did the assembly create the affection? Go to the pinned comment and tell me, what is one thing you are keeping only because of the effort you wasted on it?